friends, welcome back. In last video we completed the insert operation with our database. Okay, in this video we are going to fetch the data from the database and display with our jTable. So first of all we need a jTable with our frame. Okay, so here I am going to have the jTable with our frame. So our form is ready, right? And here I am going to have jTable. As you can see, I am increasing the width of our form, and here you can find the jTable from the palette. So jTable, here we have, yeah, here it is. Okay, so jTable we have, and inside the table, first of all I will set some width and height. So 200 width and 200 height I have set. Then we need scrolling with our table. Okay, width you can increase little bit more, and with this table we need a scroll, right? So you can right click here on the j table and surround with j scroll pen. You can select here. So our table will have a scrolling behavior. Okay, next, inside our coding, right, inside our source, you can we will fetch data and display with our jTable. So before fetching the data we need to create one method here inside customer DAO. So we already have one method save customer. One more method I will create here. So public void get all customer method I am creating. With this method we need connection object. First of all we need to confirm if connection not equal to null, then only we can continue the code. And inside our coding we need SQL query first of all. So here is the query: select star from customer without any where condition. Next we need a prepare statement. As our insert operation also we created in prepare statement. So here it is, prepare statement, ps equal to connection dot prepare statement, and SQL query we pass. With prepare statement we need a try catch block here, so surround with try catch. Next we will execute this prepare statement. So ps dot execute query. Okay, method name is execute query. For insert update delete operation we need execute update, and for select query especially we will have execute query method, and it will return result set object. Okay, so result set is a interface we have, and it will store the data whatever fetched by the select query. With this result set we need to iterate the loop. We need to have a loop here. So if result set dot first. Okay, so with the first method we are redirecting our result set. We are setting our result set with the first row, and then after we can have the do while loop here. Okay, so do while loop will iterate from row by row, and result set dot next method will help to move on the next row one by one. Okay, so one by one we will go through each and every row. For example, we have 100 number of customer, then it will iterate through 1 to 100. Okay, so for each position, from each position we can fetch the customer details. Like here I am going to fetch the ID first of all. So we can write rs dot get int, because our id is integer type of data. So according to the data type we can write a method here, and with this method we need to pass column index or the column name. You can see we have the column label type of method also, right? So I can pass the column label, that is id, as per our table. Then after first names, okay, so similar code we can write here, rs dot get string, and column name will be first underscore name. So you need to pass the column name. You can confirm with your table as well. So rs dot get string, and column name is last name, email, rs dot get string, email here, and mobile number is long type of data, so I can have long mobile, rs dot get long mobile. Okay, so our all data is ready. With all this data we can make our customer object ready. So I can create this customer here with ID, first name, last name, and email and mobile number. So we have constructor with our customer class, but it is not ready with ID. So I can remove this constructor and create one more constructor with the ID. So you can see I am going to create generate constructor using field with all the fields. Okay, so this constructor will be helpful here, and this is going to iterate through all the customers. So we need one array list here to store all the customer data. So here is array list with customers equal to new array list, and we are going to add the customer into this customer list. Okay, so our customer list is ready, and after the loop we can return these customers, right? So accordingly our return type should be array list of customer. So I am going to change it, and if any exception occurs, then we can return null here. Okay, so this is the code for fetching data, and this method is ready now. If connection is null, then also we can return null here. Okay, this method we are going to call from, still there is some error. So if condition we have, and here we have else, return null, catch, we return null, and here if also we can return customers. Okay, so we have our array list ready. Here I am going to remove this return statement. So done, right? So our customer method is ready, and this method we can call from our customer frame. Okay, I'm going to call this method from our constructor. Okay, you can see here our customer frame constructor is there, and next I'm going to call get all customers method I have created, and in this method we can create customer DAO instance, new customer DAO, and DAO dot get all customers. It will return customer list here, and this customer list we want to display with our jTable. Okay, for displaying data with jTable, there is a concept called model. Okay, so model is something we can have custom we can customize this model. So you can see here I'm going to create one class here called customer model. Okay, so model is basically something that to which we can pass the data, and model will help to display the data with our jTable. So this customer model table will extend abstract table model. Okay, so this is the class we can extend here, and it will implement some method here. You can see get row count and get column count, get value, add some methods we are having here. Okay, and this model we need to pass the data from our frame. So you can see I'm going to pass this data. If customer list not null, then only we can pass the data. So I make one if statement here, and next I am going to create customer model equal to new customer model, and with the constructor I can pass this data to the model class, and this model we can set with our table. So what is our table object? That is table itself, and table dot set model method we can find here, and we can pass our customer model object here. This constructor is not available, we can create it like this. So you can see customer model object is ready, and whatever array list we are getting here, that we can make available with our model by making the private field. So I am going to create one private field here, something like this. Okay, and next we can have this dot customer list equal to customer list. right? So this is how we are getting data into our model, and next we need to write a code inside this method which is overridden. So get row count, first method we have. So inside the get row count we can simply return the size of our customer list. Get column count will confirm number of column we are going to display, and for that we can make our column array ready here. Columns something array I'm going to create here. So first column will be id, second column will be first name, third column with our table will be last name, email and mobile number. So this is the sequence of our column, and the length size of this array will be column count. So I can pass here column dot length here. Okay, so this is how our get column count is ready. Next we need a get value at according to the row and column index. Okay, currently we are getting the array list, or you can also have two-dimensional array, whatever you are comfortable with. So according to the column we can pass the value. Okay, so row index we have, and from the row index we can confirm which customer data we want to display. Okay, so the customer equal to customer list dot customer list, we are not having here it is, get row index, and then after we can confirm which column position we are currently on, and accordingly we can return what value we are going to display, like the customer dot get id, because first position for customer id, second for first name, okay, third for last name, and here it will be customer dot get email for mobile number. Okay, so according to the position we are returning, if you have two-dimensional array, then it will be one line of code you will have, right? So this is how our model will help you to attach the data with our jTable, right? So let's run and check the output if it is working well or not. So I just click on the run button. Okay, we are having some problem here. SQL exception, SQL result type forward only. Let me confirm what is the error. Okay, so guys, the problem is we have some exception here. You can see if I am running it again, there is something error like result only, result set forward type only. Okay, so the problem behind is we in DAO class we have written like rs dot first, so it only allows for the forward redirection. Okay, so instead of rs dot first we can have here while loop. Instead of do while I am writing with the while loop, and inside while loop we can have rs dot next. Okay, so this is the problem when we solve, and now if I run it again, you can see it is working well. We are having some data, but the label of the column is not proper. So making it well, we can override one method inside our model class, that is get column name. You can see here we are having get column name with the integer parameter, and we can return here the column title from our columns array. Okay, so now with this method, let me run and check the output again. So you can see we have proper title. You can increase the width of your table so that you can see this data properly. So guys, implement this code with your coding, with your project, and let me know if you having any query. With this we are ending up this video. In next video we will try to implement update and delete code with our this series, right? So don't forget to subscribe our channel. We will continue the code. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.